It was 7:15 p.m. when my phone buzzed. I glanced at it, expecting one of her usual texts about dinner plans or a late-night errand. Instead, the message read, "I'll be staying late at work. Don't wait up." First, I shrugged it off. She'd been busy with a big project lately, and I told myself a million times not to overthink. But there was a subtle shift in her tone, something I couldn't quite place. My stomach sank in a way I hadn't felt in years, an instinctive low hum of unease. I tried calling her a few times that evening. No answer. The voicemail seemed to stretch on forever, just me leaving my voice hoping she'd pick up. By midnight, the apartment felt colder than usual. Every tick of the clock seemed louder, echoing through the empty spaces where her presence should have been. I couldn't sleep. I replayed the day, looking for small clues I had ignored. The quick glances at her phone, the sudden need for privacy when I entered the room, the extra-long showers. My mind kept twisting itself in knots. Maybe I was imagining things. Maybe I was being paranoid. That's what I told myself. The next morning, I went to her office, an impulsive decision I would later regret. The receptionist looked surprised. "Oh, she left early yesterday," she said. Said she had a personal matter. A personal matter? My blood ran cold. That text. The missed calls. The sudden excuses. My carefully constructed reality began to crumble. I started noticing little things over the next week. A deleted call log here. A phone screen locked too quickly there. A lingering scent of unfamiliar perfume on her scarf. Each one alone could be coincidence. Together, they formed a pattern I couldn't ignore. It wasn't until I accidentally glanced at her laptop while she stepped out that I found it. The chat messages I wasn't supposed to see. Names I didn't recognize, jokes that sounded intimate, snapshots of moments that weren't mine to share. And then a single damning sentence that made my chest tighten so much I thought I couldn't breathe. "Can't wait to see you again tonight." I confronted her that evening, voice trembling, heart hammering in my chest. "Why, Anna? Why lie about work?" She looked at me, eyes wide, a mix of guilt and defensiveness. "I didn't want to hurt you," she whispered. "It wasn't supposed to happen. It just did. I never wanted you to find out this way." The apartment felt smaller, suffocating. My mind replayed every shared memory, the quiet dinners, lazy Sunday mornings, even the arguments that now seemed trivial. Were they all lies? Had I been blind? Or had I just refused to see the truth that was staring me in the face? In the days that followed, I oscillated between rage and sorrow. I questioned myself constantly. Had I failed her somehow? Was our love not enough? And yet, when I looked at the evidence, when I remembered the small betrayals that now made sense, the answer became undeniable. The person I loved had chosen someone else, and no amount of reasoning could erase that. The confrontation was messy, but it was honest. She cried, I stayed silent, and slowly, the words we exchanged carved a path toward clarity. She admitted her guilt, explained her loneliness, her mistakes, the way life had pulled her into something she regretted. I listened, numb but awake, feeling the weight of truth settling over us both. Walking away that night was the hardest thing I've ever done. I wanted to scream, to beg, to forgive, but I knew that trust, once broken this deeply, could not be rebuilt overnight. I left her apartment with tears stinging my eyes, my hands trembling, but also with something I hadn't felt in weeks: resolve. In the silence that followed, I realized that heartbreak, as painful as it is, teaches you resilience. Love is powerful, yes, but respect for oneself is stronger. I learned that betrayal can't define you, and that the slow, deliberate rebuilding of your life begins with honesty, even if it hurts. Weeks later, I still remember that text. "I'll be staying late at work." It was the moment I first sensed the fracture, the moment reality shifted. But it also became a turning point, the moment I decided I could survive and even grow despite the pain. Walking forward, I carry both the sting of betrayal and the quiet strength of knowing I didn't lose myself. Sometimes love teaches you how to let go, and sometimes letting go is how you finally find yourself.